we got overtime at Strike Zone at Sunset Station. Harley Shane and Avery Domagin couldn't play the U17 match earlier because they were busy in their other divisions making the finals. Harley, of course, your tournament leader in scratch, finished up in second. Avery made the step ladder in scratch, finished up in third, and then had to play Kara in the girls match. Finished up in second in that. So basically what I'm trying to say is we got two angry runners-up looking to finally win something today is what we got going on right now. We'll see which one can break through. Tough competition, pretty high scores all day long, and both of them have started out spare strike in this match. This again, the U17 title match. They had to be 16 or under as of August 1st of this year to be eligible for that. Harley is 16. Avery, at just 13 years old, is one of a scary good contingent of young ladies who are competing in our scratch division, which means girl or boy up to 22 years old and more than holding their own. Of course, Caitlin Abagani already won in scratch this year. And that's not winning like a 9-person field, but scratch entries have been in the 40s and 50s this year. And a win is a win, but beating 50 people for the win is really saying something. And that light hit carries for a 9-pin early lead for Avery. Avery got in a battle against Elias O'Halloran back in San Diego, and she shot 240 in the second game of a 2-game match and lost it. But I'm telling you, that was sort of a turning point where you got to hit that one match where you start believing in yourself, saying, yeah, I know how to do this, I can hang with these guys. And she bowls a lot all over the country thanks to her dad, but I just thought that was one of those positive turning points. It really helped. I really like Harley's game. It's kind of a throwback game these days. You don't see that many just doing that perfect form almost down the boards. Those shoulders are so great at the foul line. He knew that one. Equally mixes them up and ties up the match. It's so hard when there can only be one winner when everybody's bowling so well. Whoever loses, even though this is just very much a side event, whoever loses this match is going to be salty about it. Wrapping up a busy weekend here at Strike Zone. Right back here in, good heavens, less than 2.5 months. Oh my goodness, for the big one, the TPC. Just rent a room at Sunset for 2.5 months. Sure, some people did. When Gold would have been here, that probably would have been what they would have done. Sheen to take a 9-pin lead with 3 in a row. There's definitely some float there. The shot was pretty easy today, and that generally means oil in the middle and dry outside. That oil starts to push down the lane when it's at such a high volume, and most of the miss lefts have resulted in light hits. Saw that a lot in the handicap division title match. And that's sort of counterintuitive. You'd think if you miss left it would go high. That's not always the case. Pretty ball from Avery to take the lead in the match. Harley elects to throw! Good heavens. Throw a little hook at it there, and I didn't think he made that. And somehow he got friendly kick back there to get the 4-pin off of that. A pleasure, guys. Congrats.
He'll see you next week.
Oh, right on. Well, safe travels to that, and we'll see you in Cali. Sounds good. It's really going to be a battle in bowling for really the foreseeable future. The pretty but volatile two-handed style versus the repeatability of the one-handed style, and both these bowlers are fine examples. I really enjoy watching the ladies tour because you generally see virtually flawless styles, and Avery going right down that path. She gets a lot of coaching, and like I said, travels all over the country to bowl. starting to pay dividends at a young age. And even that ball floated on Harley, but just tickles him enough to get those light hits. Those light hits carry really well here. It's almost one of those houses you'd rather go light than flush. You want to deal with 4s and 10s and stuff like that. Team Sheen hiding in the corner over there, talking amongst themselves. Harley's got 87 through 4, trails by 13-ish. Is that right? No, 23-ish. Would love to cut it to 13 with the strike here in the 6th. Ah, come on. That 7-pin moved, too. And Harley's body language tells the whole story here. That what does a player got to do? Pocket 7-10. Well, get your Anthony Nair impression out here. Make this first 7-10 on our cameras. That ball further right than her last one actually checked up harder. She's trying to keep it in the oil. Is that a pretty aggressive ball she's throwing? I would think so, yeah.
She's getting tired.
Well, who can blame her? So let's see, the regular tournament was 13 games. She played 2 stepladder games for 15, the girls game for 16. So this is game 17 of competition on the weekend, let alone the practice in between. I dare anybody to go do that. We're finally out of lockdown in Washington. I went to go practice. I was plumb exhausted after 2 games. I was done. To the lounge. Avery stays clean and has 128 through 5. That's good for a 33-pin advantage halfway through this title match. Tour rolls on to Long Beach, SoCal next weekend, Cowboy Lakewood. If you are a morning person, you're going to love next week's tournaments. We start at 8:30 both days. I think Yamo started at 8, maybe.
We checked in at...
Checking in at 4:30, something like that. Oh my goodness.
No, we checked in at 7:30, bowled at 8.
I gotta ask off camera how the heck he checks in 100 people in half an hour. That baffles me. Good for him. Well, I know I'm having pizza and wings next week. I know that much.
Wings. He's got the best wings.
He does have the best wings. I know from some of those goofy orders he talks about. Can I have the bone-in half wings? We don't have those now. Yamo has some of the greatest weird customer order stories I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Boy, and Harley just getting no love here. Pocket 7. Make it! Get it! Oh, man! Where is the love? First of all, a pocket 7-10. Follow that up with the 4-9. Make a perfect shot at the 4-9 and not get it to respond. Yeesh. Unacceptable. Dang it. Man, no love. Harley owns 3 YBT titles. Mike Hillman's tour up in NorCal. That's pretty good at just 16. That's a 21 and under tour too. Kid can bowl, whether you're seeing the breaks on camera or not here. He went, let's just review. He killed him on the short, going plus 120 for 5 games. That was far and away the leader on short. Then went plus 132 on the, well, the length wasn't the difference. It was the ratio today, and just killed him again on the easier pattern. And right now, none of that will cheer him up or matter. He shot 710, 737 in the semifinals to get to plus 429. Avery is going to salvage 1 out of 3 of her title matches today, and Harley can go along with the Castronovas since they're giving Tyler a beer at 15 and Harley at 16 could have a beer and a shot, I guess. I mean, if that's where we're going. Rats. I haven't met her yet, but this has been Harley's biggest cheerleader all day long, and poor girl has had nothing to cheer for in the last game and a half. Are you a bowler, or are you just...
Oh no, I bowled today. I didn't work.
Oh, it's Marissa back under there. I'm sorry. Marissa Metcalf, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
She is... You bowl pretty well. No?
I didn't make it.
That's okay.
No. All right. I didn't even realize I was you under there. There's about 1,200 JBT bowlers, and people ask me how I know everybody's name. It's because of the face. And now I can't see anybody's dang face.
Yeah, my face was out earlier. I was eating all those chicken.
Thank you for that. When they come in, when the boys come in with like a hoodie on and a mask and sunglasses, I have no clue who anybody is anymore, so I apologize. Marissa Metcalf with an E. Right now, Avery Domagine with an exclamation point is going to shoot another potential, just 237 pace. She's been great on her spares throughout these title matches as well. And finally gets one of the wins.
We're both in a tent. I gotta go pick up donuts.
You guys staying here tonight? Are you staying down in Vegas tonight, or are you?
Oh yeah.
That's good. You think you want a 8-hour ride to San Jose right now, grumbling about second set?
I actually flew into Vegas.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Did everybody, or did they drive?
Yeah, they drove here, and then I flew to Chicago.
Lucky you.
Oh yeah.
Well, if these ladies want to stick with it, girls scratch is going to be mega competitive for the next couple years. Between Avery, Caitlin, Kara, quite a few others. And prior to the last hour or so, Harley was doing that for game after game after game after game. And sometimes the bowling gods just give you a bum hand. One of my favorite quotes is a Michael Jordan quote of, "I only learned to succeed after hundreds and hundreds of failures." And that applies to any sport, any discipline. But a lot of success for that young lady today. It will be another 230. Ah, come on. Good heavens. Harley, did you like close the door on an old lady in the last hour or something? Because that was the worst luck I've seen in quite some time.
Maybe.
Good heavens. Such dominant bowling, just 2 pocket 7-10s, a 4-9 you should have made. Yeesh. Well, I wish I had more for you. Oh, and a bum finger too. Wait. I love getting.
Oh, you want to see it?
I love getting rotten fingers
there you
on
go.
camera. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, there you go. 236 to 191 is the final over there. Good stuff all weekend. We'll do it again in SoCal. Thank goodness SoCal.